What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to discuss what a man is thinking, the process he goes through when you are the one who pulls away. Not him. I always make videos on him. What's it like when you pull away? Okay, what's he thinking? Does he come around to regret it? So, jumping right into this, the first thing I want to say, because I get a lot of comments on this where women are thinking I'm teaching games or I'm teaching, or like this is a lot more difficult. I shouldn't have to do this. I agree, you shouldn't have to, but here's the problem with a lot of my clients. There is cognitive dissonance. They know they're talking to a monkey. They know they're talking to a dog. They know they're talking to an idiot, right? No offense to the guy. I'm not trying to hate on him. He's not here to defend himself. But they know they're talking to an idiot and he's doing stupid things, but they stick around anyway. And then they wonder why they're in this, you wonder why you're in the situation you're in. Here's what I teach women, okay? Especially if you're a client of mine. I never tell a woman just to pull away. I want you to communicate, your needs, wants, desires, just voice your concern. You guys together come up with a solution, okay? And then you kind of tackle it and you progress forward. That's a happy, healthy, loving, caring relationship. That's how it's supposed to work. The problem is you voice it, he doesn't change, you don't go anywhere, and then you are upset. And you wonder why he's taking advantage of you. You wonder why, he has the power. You wonder why he pulls this bullshit. You wonder why he is undermining you or undervaluing you. Because you don't have any structure in this relationship, right? So what I'm telling you in this video is to pull away after the fact, after all that, okay? Now, what is going through his mind? Here's the thing I tell my clients. The most important thing is not what he's thinking after you pull away. It's why he's doing it in the first place. This is stupid stuff. Why is he doing it in the first place? Okay? And there's several reasons for it. Number one, he's unsure about you. He might be talking to other women. He's in a very good situationship, I guess a situation in general with you right now, meaning he can have his cake and eat it too, or he's getting the benefits of a relationship without being in one, okay? Or he is taking you for granted, meaning kind of everything I just summarized. He's making all these mistakes, every mistake in the book, and he still has a chance with you. Better yet, be honest with yourself, ladies. He has a better chance than any other man you're talking to. No, better yet, you're probably not talking to any other man. You're only talking to him. And he's making every mistake in the book. So why should he not do this? You're not going anywhere. And he knows that. Okay? So this is really important to state. This is really important for you to accept, or for you to at least reflect on, for the rest of this video. A lot of women are wondering why guys are doing these things, and it's like, well, why not? And they want to know, well, okay, well, if I pull away, well, then what? Well, let's jump into it. The first thing I tell my clients is, if everything I just said was true right there, and you start pulling away, it's going to take a while to change his mind. It's going to take a while, 1 to 3 months, and here's why. I call it the evidence. I say this in all my videos, so I apologize. I know I regurgitate a lot. But if from the beginning up till now, the moment you pull away, you showed every sign, you ain't going anywhere, you ain't talking to anyone else, you're really digging me, you're vibing me, you gave me a million chances, I'm making every mistake in the book and I'm still around. You pulling away for a little week or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 ain't gonna do jack shit to everything that my mind has been conditioned to believe, especially if I pulled this bullshit before and you let me back in, especially if you pulled away and you came back. I'm conditioned to call your bluff as a man. And by the way, let's emphasize this. A man who is unsure about you, a man who doesn't know what he wants, a man who might be emotionally unavailable, a man who is taking you for granted. You have to change this man's mind. I'm not saying it's your job to, but like I said, you're watching this video for a reason. You'll want a different outcome. You have to now change this man's mind who is conditioned to think this way, okay? And that takes time. It takes what I call evidence, meaning, okay, so we're pulling away now. From this moment on, we have to convince with evidence the variables that it's not that way anymore, homie. Like I'm holding my ground. Okay, now what does this look like? You're not responding to his text. You're not replying to breadcrumbs. You're not looking at his stories. You're not letting him back in so easily. He should double, triple, quadruple text you. And when you do decide to respond, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be something nice. Ladies, listen, this is the harsh truth. I don't care if he responds and says happy birthday. I don't care if your mom's in the hospital. This is going to sound fucking dark. And he says, I wish you the best. I hope your mom does okay. I'll be the one telling. I want your mom to do well. I want you, I wish your whole family health. I don't want to hear it from him. I don't give up what he says. I don't give a shit, and vice versa. I don't care if he lost his job. I don't give a shit if his dad or his dog died. I don't give a shit. Don't respond. Do not respond. It is crazy. I'm going to start going on my rants here. Think of it as passion, okay? It's passion for what I do. But I have so many clients who wonder why they're in the situation they're in, but they're so fucking weak. They're so weak. And they wonder why men beat them at the game. And ladies, I'm saying this as an older brother. I'm saying this because I love you, okay? I'm on your side. Men are ruthless at this game. They are ruthless. Women, Christmas comes around, she wants to say Merry Christmas. Birthday comes around, she wants to say Happy Birthday. His dog gets sick, she wants to say something about his dog. She remembers he was supposed to get a raise 6 months from now, and now it's 6 months later, and she reaches out of nowhere and says, hey, did you get that raise? Did you get that job promotion that you're? And it's like, why are you sending him this? Who gives a shit? Let the dude rot. There has to be a repercussion to his actions. There has to be a repercussion to his actions. There has to be a cause and effect. If he is not willing to change, if he is not willing to invest or take on the responsibility of courtship, meaning investing, being consistent, proving himself in some way, then what are you doing entertaining this guy? And again, I'm gonna go crazy here, right? It bothers me so much, and I understand from a psychological standpoint, first off, that it's easier said than done, what I'm saying, right? But I feel like when I talk to my clients, I hit them with a lot of logic, and they just are. There's this blasphemy. They're just shocked that this guy is doing what he's doing, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You said you were going to do no contact, and then a week later you sucked him off the first time he came around. And ladies, I'm not joking. This shit happens all the time with my clients. I'll be talking to clients, and they'll be like, yeah, I caved in. I'm like, really? They'll be like, yeah, what happened? Well, I did no contact for 3 weeks, then he reached out and he slept over. What? And they don't think they did anything wrong. Ladies, this happens all the time with all my clients. There has to be a repercussion to his actions. I'm not even talking about the topic of the video anymore. Ladies, let's get back on the topic. If you want to know, or I guess want to change a guy's mind and wonder what he's thinking about when you pull away, you're only going to be able to know that with time, and that's by convincing him you pulled away. Again, it takes time. Men have 2 layers of thinking. The first layer is, okay, I know I still have her. Let's say you're pulling the shenanigans. You're pulling away. You're being done with it. The first layer is, okay, I know what she's doing, but I know she still wants me. I just have to do this or that or say this or that, and I got her back. Okay, but he thinks that because, again, he's going to call your bluff, or he knows that he has you based on the evidence up to that point, that you gave him a million chances that you're still interested. Then after you do that for so long, though, after you hold your ground, you don't reply, you don't do this, you don't do that, he's going to eventually get to a point where he's convinced now, where it overtakes the previous evidence he had of having you hooked, and he's going to think, oh man, she's actually serious this time. She might actually be done. And then that's where you're going to see a whole different level of a man begging, a man reaching out, double, triple, quadruple, a man saying he's in the wrong, a man realizing he messed up, a man asking for other chances, then that's when you talk to him. Doesn't mean you let him back in, but you got to let him know, hey, I'm tired of wasting my time. It just seems like you're not interested. You pulling all these shenanigans. How do I know you're not going to do it again? If you come back around, it's for a relate. Like I wouldn't even give the guy a chance, but I know how it is, ladies. I know how it is, man. I always think a guy, if a guy truly likes you, he won't put himself in a position to lose you. If he's doing this stuff, he's just not relationship material. But that's just me, okay? So if you want to get a session with yours truly, I promise you I'll be nicer than what I'm talking about right now, or how I am right now. Links down below. Again, private one-on-one session. I would love to help you out with your situation. Deep dive into what he's thinking, why it's happening, what to do, game plan. You'll leave happy. All your questions answered. Again, links down below. Ladies, I love you all. Take care and peace.